Hello, everyone. My name is Harshad Shrikhande, and I'm going to talk about this topic of data science applications in the subscription economy. Thanks for joining the session. I like this particular quote, which says, "Never stop learning because life never stops teaching." And I feel we're all constantly learning, isn't it? Today, you are going to take away something from my perspective of data science, and I'm also going to learn through the questions that you ask and the feedback that you provide. So I would request everyone to please make this a very interactive session and send as many questions as well as you want through the chat. A little bit about me. So I would like to describe myself as someone who's constantly looking for data-driven ways to make an impact to business. I'm passionate about numbers and I want to solve the real business problems. And in terms of the type of businesses that I have worked with, I've been fortunate enough to get exposed to a variety of industries, from retail, telecom, fintech, and more recently, the SaaS industry. And that's after I did my MBA, I spent almost 7 to 8 years or so with a analytics consulting company, and that's where I got a lot of exposure to different industries and clients. And then last year, I started working for this company called Zuora as a senior data scientist. And that's where my interest peaked in the subscription economy. Yes, Zuora provides mission critical SaaS softwares to other subscription businesses in order for them to be successful at what they do. I more recently also started a career mentorship, and I also have a podcast that I run, which is related to that. So now let's come to the topic and come to the world of subscriptions. So what's the big deal about subscription economy and why are these businesses being talked about all the time? So we all know that subscription business is all about recurring, predictable revenue that the businesses get out of selling a product to the consumers through an ongoing relationship that they nurture. But is it really working and creating value? Do we have some stats or numbers to prove the point? So did you know that the size of the subscription economy is projected to hit almost $1.5 trillion by 2025? And that's not a surprise that almost 73% of companies, they want to launch a subscription service and play in this space by 2023. And we all know that, we all have a large number of subscriptions that we subscribe to. So all in all, it's a great time for both businesses and customers to be in the space. And it's not just about your Netflix or your Instacart or DoorDash subscription. Subscriptions are today widely prevalent across industries. And here's a graphic that I love to watch to remind myself of the power of the subscription economy. So as you can see, this is a day in the life of a consumer, and there are so many touch points throughout the day where subscription businesses play a key role, right from your morning coffee to your to a good night's sleep. Isn't it fascinating? So what are the key growth levers of a subscription business? So it's simple. It's about acquiring new customers, retaining the existing ones, and then increasing the revenues of the existing subscribers through more cross-sell and upsell, right? So it's important as a data scientist to always have a clear line of sight into how your work impacts these three business goals. And we will see in the upcoming slides on how data science actually plays a role in shaping all of these outcomes. So now here's the exciting part of being a data scientist at a subscription business. These three aspects of a subscription business make it a truly unique proposition for a data scientist to play a role in. So in a subscription business, each customer is so unique, just due to the variety of options that they have to subscribe. So a customer could subscribe to one or more of your products. They could select specific rate plans. They could select the cadence at which they want to pay, maybe monthly, annual. They could get billed as per the usage that they have. So there's just so many options for each customer, and which makes it a highly unique journey. And hence there's more potential here from a data perspective to personalize the experience. Number two is you constantly get a recurring stream of usage data based on the interactions that the customers have with your products. And this data is invaluable in understanding journeys of where a customer is right now. Number three is explicit customer feedback, which you do not need in case of a subscription business, because you can constantly look at the usage trends based on the data and figure out if a customer is liking your new product feature or a new marketing intervention that you launched. So these three aspects of a subscription business make it really exciting for a data scientist to play a role.
Hi, Harshad. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't think the slides are following along with what you're saying. I think it's just stuck on the first one.
Oh, is it? Can you see the slides now changing?
No, we just see the About Me slide.
Okay, can you see the slides now changing over here?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that. And sorry for the slides not changing, but I'll just quickly sort of go past some of these slides and again go here, right? So we were right here. So just a quick summary, right? So we looked at like the power of the subscription economy through some of the numbers and stats. We looked at this typical day in the life of a subscription, of a consumer, where there's so many touch points, right from your morning coffee to your sleep. We looked at some of these key growth levers, which is mainly acquiring new customers, retaining existing ones, and expanding the revenue through upsell and cross-sell. And then we started to discuss about what's the exciting part of being a data scientist at a subscription business, right? And we said every customer in a subscription business is unique. There's a recurring stream of usage data that you can constantly mine. And number three is you do not need any explicit feedback as such, or let's say surveys or ratings and things like that. You can simply read the usage trends and make your best guess about whether the customers are liking your products or not, right? So now we'll talk specifically about the wide variety of data science use cases or applications across the subscription lifecycle. So when I look at the subscription lifecycle, I like to look at it from when a customer is in the prospect phase to finally when a customer is at the risk of churning. So this is the classic subscription lifecycle funnel. And I have highlighted some of the key data science applications or use cases for each step in that funnel. So just think about it. When you are a prospect, a business can use a great deal of targeting models to essentially identify the best prospects that fill your sales pipeline. And the second key thing that you can use or that you can do using data science is what kind of a free trial offer should be presented to a prospect that they're likely to take up. Now, once you're a free trial user and you've started using the product for, let's say, a week or so, and maybe now it's time to convert the user to a paid subscriber, that's where data science could be heavily used to identify what kind of a winning offer would the customer actually take. Now, imagine that you are a newly paid subscriber or a new subscriber, and you can use data science to now identify the next suite of products or the complementary offerings, upgrades, bundles that you can sell to the subscriber, and you can build some kind of a next best product recommendation to expand the revenue that you get out of that newly acquired subscriber. So there's so much of a role there that data science can play. Now, when you're a loyal subscriber and there's been a history of usage of the product from that subscriber, you can use a surprise and delight approach to personalize the rewards. and you can reward the subscriber for their tenure with the subscription business. At the same time, you can build pretty intelligent predictions about the usage in future, because you have a history of data with the subscriber, and you can use that usage prediction for your planning, or to provide more visibility to your subscribers on how they are consuming the products. So data science plays a role there as well at step 4 here. And then finally, if a subscriber is at the risk of churn, you can use data science to predict if a subscriber is going to completely churn from your products, which is a full churn, or they're going to partially churn from one of your offerings. And then win back offers. So as you think about canceling your subscription, you can use data science to really identify what kind of offer will win back this particular subscriber who's thinking of churning. Is it a downselling? Is it canceling this, or is it maybe pausing the subscription for some time and things like that? Maybe a discount offering. So there's so much. So there's so many applications here that you see at each step of the subscription lifecycle where you can use data science pretty meaningfully. So hopefully that gives you some kind of a theoretical idea of some of the data science or the key data science use cases across the life cycle. Now let's take a look at some of the real life examples where companies have been using this for their own subscription, for their own subscription businesses. So YouTube, for example, right? The intervention of their free trial offer or the presentment of the free trial offer is always done at the right time based on your usage of YouTube. So the timing of it is key, and hence they present this to you always at the right time so that you actually get into the free trial mode and then you eventually convert. Wall Street Journal. So Wall Street Journal has a lot of different offerings here that you can see, and they've tailored it specifically to the user's profile. And at the same time, they present you offers that they think are very relevant to you based on your usage or based on some of your user characteristics. So this is mainly personalization that they enable for a new subscriber. ESPN, right? So ESPN now has multiple products in its portfolio, and they use product bundling quite heavily and give you the right offer based on what they think fits best for you. So this is essentially, again, applies to both new and existing subscribers. And then New York Times, right? So New York Times, when you try and cancel your subscription and you provide a cancel reason, based on the cancel reason and based on all your previous usage characteristics, they will give you a right offer, which they think is gonna win you back. And it's personalized based on, again, your history with New York Times and your cancellation reason. So these were just a few examples, real life examples of how companies in the subscription economy have been using data science pretty meaningfully to shape their business outcomes. Now you understand, at least theoretically and through some of the examples, on like the tons of opportunities for data scientists to play a role in a subscription business. And that's why I call this as gold, that if you're working at a subscription company and you are a data scientist, that's gold, because you just have a lot of opportunities to meaningfully impact the business. So hopefully this provided you some flavor of the applications of data science and subscription economy. I would like to thank you all for listening to my presentation, and I would love to see if you have any questions, and I'm going to go through the chat right now. So let me just look up the chat right away. All right, sorry. So I see a lot of those questions about the slide. Sorry for that. We'll wait for a minute or so to see if you have any other questions. Feel free to also connect with me on LinkedIn if you have any other follow-up questions after this. All right, so I just saw a comment over there that says difference between data science and AI. So data science and AI. So again, data science is a key part of this whole field of AI, right? So AI has been around for almost last 35 to 40 years, right? Where we wanted to make the machines intelligent, and that whole field is sort of AI and data science, which is sort of a newer, a new field in it, you can say, but it's more the enabler for how AI systems will work, right? So data science is more the technology or the enabler with which you can build great AI systems, but AI is more the overarching field that's been on since quite some time. I see someone who is very passionate about data science. Thanks for that. I always love to connect with passionate data scientists and share experiences. So I'm happy to connect with you on LinkedIn. I see another point that says, is a data analyst the same as data scientists? So actually, today the lines between data analysts and data scientists are blurring quite a bit. Traditionally, data analysts have been the ones who have been doing the first level of analytics on any project, and then they hand it over to a data scientist to do some of the sophisticated work, which would involve maybe building some of the sophisticated models and doing the machine learning and things like that. Traditionally, this has been the differentiation, but today those those lines have started to blur, given some of the automation that exists today in running analytics. So pretty much everyone is expected to be a sort of a full stack a data scientist, where you know how to analyze, you know how to build models, and you know how to present them back to the business and things like that. So I would say the lines are pretty much blurring today between analysts and data scientists. And then someone has a question around, as an experienced person, I want to switch my career to data science field. Will companies consider me as a fresher or experienced one? So I think, the experience in solving business problems always helps. And data science is all about business problem solving using data. So I would definitely think that your experience will help you. And then it all depends again on the specific role and things like that that you're applying for. But I do feel that your industry knowledge and business experience will help you in getting a experienced role. Again, there's a question around, how do I convert to data science from PM, which I assume is product management? I think so. Data science today is pretty much like all the data science trainings and all the courses that we have today. There's so many of them that pretty much everybody's expected to know the basics of data science. So I think you can start online. You can do some of the courses. You can learn some of the tools and technologies, and it should be fairly easy to come over into the data science field, given how much access we have to all the different resources. So I would say pretty much if you had to convert from any other field as well, it's the same path, and there's a lot of opportunity to do it today. Let's see if there's any other question here. All right. I think we're almost on time as well. So yeah, so again, thanks a lot for listening to my topic. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. And I will also be sharing this particular slide deck as well with the Data Science Connect team. And once again, thanks a lot for joining. I see one last question says, do you give mentorship? Yes, I do. I have on my LinkedIn page, there is a way for you to go to my website, which has a career mentorship section. So feel free to access that through my LinkedIn. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thanks so much, Harshad. Pleasure having you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Bye, everyone.